recommendations, and the results and the recommendations.
You have anything else?
We solved all the problems today, there wouldn't be anything for this meeting.
We had a few issues with the lift stations here this past week or so, and I didn't get a chance to respond to your email. When an alarm goes off there, it's just a buzzer and a light. It doesn't actually dial us like the water plant does, or a pump failure at the sewer plant. So we've not had any false alarms on it. Every time we went out there, it's been for an actual problem. What it is, there's floats in there on the west lift station. It's our newer motors and system. Those sensors and those floats can go bad, and apparently there's 3 floats. The first float kind of controls the electric for the other 2, and it's the one that's went bad, so we got in there and switched the legs around in the box. Strafer pump out of Evansville put that in. They're going to be here Monday to do an inspection, check the flows. You have to have confined space training to go down in there, which we don't have, and I am in the process of, Greg Clark and I are trying to get the fire department, the 3 of us, and some of his guys, anybody else that's interested, to have a class here to where we don't have to go somewhere and spend a day taking the class. But I want all 3 of us to be certified, because you have to have 3 people when you do it. To where some of these simpler things we could go in and do instead of paying these companies $90 an hour to come down and do it. But they're coming Monday, they're going to inspect that one. They didn't put in the one on the east side of town. We think we're having problems with one of the motors in there. It's kicking out a breaker, but it's the ohm draw and everything is about the same on both of them. But they're going to go ahead and look at that one and give us recommendations on both of them. I would like to be able to, if he gives me a number on, hey, this is what we need to do, here's what it's going to cost for the west lift station, same on the east lift station, to go ahead and proceed. After I will email you guys and let you know, but this is something that needs to be done right away. There's also a system, it's like a stick that goes down in there with a sensor on the bottom, and when your water comes up and touches that stick, it shorts out, sets off the alarm, and you'll have a dialer out there, and it will text our cell phones and say system is either fully operated. It doesn't test every so often. It says system's good, it'll test it once a week or whatever. If there's a problem, it's calling our phones instead of me just having to rely on Beth and Chuck driving by and seeing the light going off, or the police officers patrolling, or in Maplewood. Sometimes they'll notice that they don't like the buzzers, that it's loud and annoying. I think that's what buzzers are supposed to do.
That knows me every time it goes off.
Yeah. But
I told her once to watch it, and so she never fails.
I'm going to get prices on this too, and I think that's something I think the money's there. It's something we really need to do, because at the bulk company, there's nobody really that close, and that thing starts backing up.